Alright, I'm not gonna wait for more viewers. I'll just talk about the Magic gaming thing, okay? This is my honest opinion on it, right? Okay, so there are a lot of shitty people in the world, and a few of them happen to play Hearthstone. One of them is called Specialist. He got banned, and is, you know, any opportunity given to him to shit talk people on Reddit, he's taken it. He shit talks people in charity events that he's played in. It's just like, basically just a full-blown scumbag, right? So this one retard decides to make a Reddit post about this Amy girl that he knows nothing about, and saying, oh, who knows if she's who she really says she is, blah blah blah, right? So dipshit number 2, being Blackout, decides to do a whole bunch of research, which results in no evidence other than the fact that her boyfriend's email was used to register her Skype account. And dipshit number 3, Chalky, decides to post it on Twitter because apparently he's a more reputable dipshit than dipshit number 2. Right, so, hold on. Alright, so, right, basically you have 3 dipshits, none of which are reputable at all, who tell this really great story of a professional gamer girl who's having some guy play behind the scenes for her. And it's a really exciting narrative, because if that story's true, it's like, oh my god, the best scandal ever, it's great drama. So absolutely blows up on Reddit, right? 2,500 upvotes. Dipshit number 4, Celerity, and dipshit number 5, Jab, decided to, you know, get a crush on this girl that they met online who also plays Hearthstone like they do, and much like the dipshits on what are they called? Webcam sites? Yeah, cam sites, like My Free Cams and stuff, decide to throw money at this girl without her asking about it, or asking for it, right? So basically once all this drama happens, they start telling stories about how she scammed them out of money and stuff, and it turns in this giant witch hunt that's really popular because the story, again, is so good if it's true, even though there's no evidence behind it at all. Right, so this girl that's a pretty good Hearthstone player and made a lot of good content for the community, and everyone really liked her, you know, before before dipshits 1 through 5 decided to start a witch hunt. Now her career is being scrutinized by Blizzard, by her team, by the entire community. Everyone's convinced she's a man. Crip decides to post a video without ever having any evidence released confirming or even supporting that she's ever been a man, and states like it's fact that, oh yeah, she's a guy, you know, it's a guy that's playing for her, and it's 2 people that made this Magic gaming persona. So again, no evidence exists, but now all of Crip's fans are like, yeah, Crip, you tell it like it is. You know, you always cut the bullshit out. So now all of them are also convinced that it's a guy playing for her, without any evidence at all existing. So what do, right? We spend 3 days doing a full fucking investigation, talking to like 3 dozen people, cross-referencing times when shit happened, when people say they've met her, what times that happened. We're cross-referencing like flight records. We're getting screenshots of Skype conversations from everybody, and basically just investigating so deep into this girl's life that we really have no business doing in the first place, just because dipshits on Reddit decide to start a witch hunt, right? So, you know, again, mostly it caught on because it's such a good story if it's true, and it also kind of caught on because a lot of insecure neckbeards on the internet who have absolutely no idea what a vagina feels like decide that they're uncomfortable with the fact that a girl is much, much better at a video game than they are. So the whole story catches on, her career is torn apart just because of the rumors, her entire reputation she's worked hard to build. And then, you know, we decided to do our investigation, and, you know, like I said, spent 3 days doing this, like, talked to like 36 different people, really in depth. It took all day, every day, cross-referencing times, everything. And what do we come up with? Absolutely fucking nothing. There is no evidence ever that somebody was playing for her. And unless we saw like IP addresses on certain times and days that she logged into her account from, which only Blizzard can see, then there's nothing to ever support the fact that Teray ever played for her. We talked to Teray a lot about it. So, basically, no evidence at all about anything, right? Celerity's batshit crazy. He was like threatening us halfway through the investigation if we didn't publish things exactly the way he wanted. So he's also lying and contradicting himself all the time. It's like very clear that he's full of shit. So, but yeah, basically Celerity decided to throw money at a girl. The girl, like, dumped their internet-only relationship, dumped him in their online-only relationship. So, yeah, his claims are bullshit. Jab's claims, same thing, threw money at a girl on the internet. What did you think would happen? The Prismata shit, that was just negligence from the employer. They just didn't... They did so many things wrong that I'm not even going to begin to explain, but basically it's just like 3 people that had slight disagreements with her that came forward because of the drama thing happening. And yeah, she lived with her boyfriend in Canada, they shared one computer, and it doesn't really make sense to keep logging in and out of the same Skype account, so her boyfriend made her the Skype account that they used, and then when they broke up, she just kept using it. So, yeah. A bunch of people met her in person. I talked to her on Skype a lot, like with camera on. So yeah, I don't know. Basically, I've never been so embarrassed. I've never actually been embarrassed to be a Hearthstone player before last week. All of you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves, and it's probably the biggest setback to getting women into esports that I can recall happening in the past year or two. And, yeah, you all make me fucking sick. Reddit kind of confirming every time I've ever shit-talked that community. It's, you know, fight the stereotype guys. And the thing that bothers me is, like, even if Amy is, like, let's say she was the biggest cocaine exporter in Korea who had murdered 300 people, that's not something that we should have, like, started investigating solely based off of the fact that some retard made a Reddit post about it that caught on because the story was interesting. You know what I mean? Just, like, on a purely principle level, that's not okay, right? We paid her to be on the roster, to play in tournaments, which she did very well in. She won ESL. We also paid her to make some content for us on our website, which she did great. Her meta snapshot did really well. So it's just like a purely employer-employee relationship that she did exceptionally well. And then because of all of the Reddit, just scumbag community, just like tries to tear down her reputation, she decides to quit Hearthstone. We never even fired her. She just didn't want to play anymore because of all the shit that happened, right? So then even after we released this report, we say there was no evidence found anywhere. What's the community's response? Basically, she's guilty until proven innocent. That's their response. Now, prove to us you're not a man. You've never played in an offline tournament. Well, you know, she hasn't played in an offline tournament. Maybe it's because some Canadian guy has been playing for her all this time. Maybe it's that she didn't have $1,500 to go play a card game in Sweden for one weekend. I think it was more of that thing. So, you know, whatever. That's my opinion on the subject. And then, even after, like, a bunch of 14-year-old retards bully her out of the scene, they keep, like, making jokes at her expense for like a week straight afterwards. It's actually disgusting if you think about it. You all make me fucking sick. I really mean that. And if something comes forward, like, a month from now about her doing something scummy or something with botting, that was like the one thing we couldn't disprove or find evidence for or against. Then, like, even then, it's still scummy that the way it was handled, it's still scummy the way that, I don't know, just everything about it just makes me sick on so many levels. It's not just Reddit, it's Twitch too. It's literally everywhere that there's been posts about Amy, anywhere. Like, I'm sick of it. It's actually disgusting.